Hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. In our previous tutorials, we had learned about how to save our documents in Inkscape. In this tutorial, all we are going to do, we are going to learn how to export our Inkscape projects as a PNG image. Stay tuned. Now, in this tutorial, the first thing that we do, we had practically created a new Inkscape project from here. There it goes. This is the new Inkscape project. It will be taking us to a new Inkscape project here. And all we are going to do, we are going to make usage of some default formats here. Like if we click onto this file and head onto this document properties, we can see that all those units used here, those are practically default formats that we are about to use. We are practically not making any kind of changes. We had discussed about it, how to make changes into document properties, how to customize them accordingly in our previous videos. So that is why we won't be discussing it here. The main objective is to know how to use the export property of Inkscape graphics software to export the project as a PNG image. Now in doing so, the first thing that we are going to do, first of all, we will uncheck this box that we have drawn so far. This is a basic shape. We'll be soon discussing about it, but first of all, we won't be making it selected. We will be keeping it aloof, and here we will be heading back to this file, and there goes this option, export PNG image. Now if we click here, we can see that in this extreme right panel there is a document which is being opened here. It says export PNG image. The shortcut key is Shift Control E, and here in the first case we can see that this is the export area. So if we click here page, Inkscape is going to export the PNG image as a whole as a page, and there goes, this is the export as option. So if we click over it, we can see that here comes the destination option, this dialog box here. So here we may set the destination of the PNG image that we are about to export. So I am choosing a certain destination here, and I am setting this file name right over here as page export 11.png, or you may name it as page export.png. And you can see that the save as type is being denoted here as a PNG image format. Now if we hard press save, and then if we export, now this individual box is practically being exported as a whole, as a page here. And now if we head back to this destination, there it goes, page export PNG. If we check it with raster graphics software, we can see that this individual PNG image is practically being saved as a whole as a page, as we have chosen to use the export area as page here. So this is the first thing. If we export it as a page, then this is going to be the result. Now let's have this export PNG option in a different format, in an alternate method. We'll be selecting this box here, and we will be using this drawing option here. You don't need to check, you don't need to select this individual box. I'll be keeping it unselected, and I'll be now using this individual option here, drawing. And in this export as option, we will be naming it as drawing export. So here it goes. Now if we save it as a type PNG, save. Now if we export, and this is the drawing export png.png that we have saved. Now let's open it with another raster graphics software and see what is the result. Now we can see that actually the PNG image is now exported as the drawing made on the canvas. To be sure, let's head back to Inkscape and let's draw another curve here. This is the pen tool. This is a very useful tool in case of Inkscape. We'll be discussing it, but first of all, just have a look here. Now I have practically created another drawing onto this page, and if we now select the export area as drawing, and if we export it as drawing11 export.png, save it. We are saving it as a type PNG. Save it. All we need to do this export here. So we are exporting it. Now if we head back to our destination folder, we can see that another drawing11 export.png is being created right over here, and we can see that it might seem to you that the whole page is now practically saved, but this is not the true. We remember that we had created another path at the bottom of our Inkscape project. There it goes. So this time all it is going to do, it is going to save both the drawings that we had made into our page, and in that essence this is the output when we save it as a drawing. You can see that this is not the whole page practically. This is the whole page. After this, just look into this individual shape and the bottom below it. It is much more spacious, isn't it? But if we head back here, we can see that this individual path and then goes, and there goes the picture. It practically ends right below this individual path we had created. So Inkscape is practically exporting the PNG image not as a page but as the drawings made on that individual page, and that is why we can see both our drawings into the saved document, into the saved PNG image. Now in the next case, what happens if we use here this selection option? So in the first place, we are now selecting this box here, and we are turning on this selection option right over here as an export area. Now if we export it as a selection, have a look here, have a check. We had practically selected this individual box here, but we haven't selected this individual path. So right now, if we head back to this export as option, and if we name it, so this is the default name that Inkscape has defined for us, but we may name it something else like red box or anything you wish. I'll be naming it as a redbox.png. So now if we hit here save, and now if we export it, remember that we are exporting it as a selection option, not as a page, not as a drawing, but as a selection. Now if we export it, head back to the Destiny folder, there goes the red box, and we can see that despite we have a red rectangular box and a path here, it is practically saving this rectangular box, expelling out the path that we had created bottom down below. There it goes. We can see that the box is only been saved here as a PNG image, but the path is not shown. So if we wish to keep both the drawings that we had made, then under this definite selection option, then all we need to do, we need to select both this box and the path. In case if we wish to make selecting multiple objects or elements into our project, then all we need to do, first of all, select any one of them, then hard press the shift button and click on the next item that we wish to select. So this is how I am practically selecting now both of these items here, the red rectangular box and the path here. The selection option is now turned on as export area. Now if we export it as the path and the box, let's customize our name. There it goes. It will be exported as a PNG image here. And now if we save, export, and now we can see that both the red box and the path is now been saved into our destination folder. Inkscape is practically exporting both the objects here, this red box and the path. So this is how practically saving option is being done on Inkscape. If you wish to export the whole document as a page, then you might be choosing this page option, and if you wish to export some of the selected documents, like if we wish to select this path here, then all we need to do, we need to select this path. This is the export area selection, export as path. Here we are removing this last number, and if we now save and export, and now we can see that the individual path is being now exported into our document. This is how actually thing happens here. This is how you may export your PNG images into your project and use them accordingly. If you guys have liked this tutorial, then do not hesitate to hit that red subscribe button down below. Hope to see you guys in our next tutorial. Till then,